How many different substances do you think a small tea leaf can contain? There are more than 700 species of chemical compounds in tea has been isolated and identified. Can you imagine that? The fresh tea leaves contain about 75% water and about 25% dry matter. The dry matter contains rich nutrients such as protein, sugar, lipids, pigments, amino acids, minerals, vitamins, organic acids, and so on. Today, let's get to know the active ingredients of tea and their functions.
Tea polyphenols. The most abundant and important substance in tea is tea polyphenols, which accounts for 18% to 36% of dry weight. The content of tea polyphenols in different kinds of tea is different. Among the teas made from the same batch of tea leaves, green tea contains the most, followed by white tea, yellow tea, oolong tea, black tea less, and the dark tea the least. After the reduction of tea polyphenols, they are mainly transformed into tea pigments, such as cephalones, cerebrolamines, and cerebrolamines. Catechins. Tea polyphenols are composed of a variety of substances. The most important component is catechin. About 70 to 80% of tea polyphenols. Catechins are the most important active components in green tea, white tea, yellow tea, oolong tea, and other non-fermented or lightly fermented teas. The components of catechins generally accounts for 12% to 24% of the dry weight of tea. Up to now, more than 20 kinds of catechins have been found, among which the highest content is EGCG, followed by EGC, EC, and ECG. Many studies have shown that EGCG has the strongest antioxidant activity. It can scavenge free radicals, resist DNA damage of free radicals, resist radiation and ultraviolet rays, prevent lipid peroxidation, interfere with the signal transmission required by the survival of cancer cells, and work together with enzymes or antioxidants in the intestine, liver, and lung to prevent certain carcinogenesis. It can resist the influence of pollution, sun exposure, and smoking, and prevent skin aging and wrinkle. Flavonols. The second component of tea polyphenols is flavonols. Most of the flavonols in tea exist in the form of glycosides, which is the main part of water-soluble yellow pigment in tea soup, accounting for 3% to 4% of the dry weight of tea. Flavanol and its glycosides have many pharmacological effects, such as anti-inflammatory, antibacterial, hypoglycemic, antioxidant, anti-radiation, anti-cancer, anti-tumor, anti-AIDS, as well as enhancing immune capacity. They can prevent and treat cardiovascular, cerebrovascular, and respiratory diseases. Now, there are some new ideas that flavonols and their glycosides can also be used as cell signal transduction substances to regulate the normal physiological function of human body. Anthocyanins. The third component of tea polyphenols is anthocyanins. The main physiological functions of anthocyanins are antioxidant capacity and free radical scavenging capacity. Studies have shown that anthocyanins are the most effective antioxidants and the most powerful free radical scavengers found by human beings. The antioxidant capacity of anthocyanins is 50 times higher than we eat and 20 times higher than we see. In addition, anthocyanins also have many pharmacological functions, such as anti-mutation, protecting eyesight, preventing diabetes, and cardiovascular diseases. The fourth, also the last component of tea polyphenols is phonetic acid. Here is a little bit of an introduction.
Here is the second major group of substances, oxidized of polyphenols.
The first one is cephalivins. Cephalivins are the main components of black tea. The content of cephalivins generally accounts for 1% to 5% of the dry matter of black tea, which plays a decisive role in the color, aroma, taste, and the quality of black tea. It is the main component of the bright color of black tea soup, the important component of the taste intensity and freshness of black tea, and the main material forming the golden circle of black tea soup. There are many reports on the pharmacological effects of cephalivins, which can be summarized as follows: antioxidant, anti-cancer, anti-inflammatory, prevention of cardiovascular disease, obesity, and metabolic syndrome, neurodegenerative diseases such as Parkinson's syndrome and Alzheimer's disease. The second one is cerebrolamines. Cerebrolamine is a kind of phenolic compound with the highest content in black tea, accounting for 6% to 15% of dry matter weight of black tea. It is the main substance of black tea soup color and plays a very important role in the taste and the color concentration of tea soup, as well as human health. The third one is cerebrolamines. Cerebrolamine is one of the most important bioactive components in pure tea. Many studies believe that the effects of pure tea on reducing fat, weight, and blood sugar is related to this component. The content of cerebrolamine in pure tea ranges from 10% to 14%, with an average content of 12%. Cerebrolamine is not only a key factor to determine the unique color and taste of pure tea, but also a key factor to measure the quality of pure tea. Theine. Theine is a unique free amino acid in tea. Theine is soluble in water and has sweet and fresh taste. Theine is the highest content of free amino acids in tea, generally accounting for 0.5% to 3% of the weight of dry tea. Studies have shown that theine has a protective effect on ischemic brain injury and glutamate-induced neuronal cell death. In addition, theine has good pharmacological effects in relieving stress, promoting sleep, anti-anxiety, anti-depression, improving learning ability and memory, preventing Alzheimer's disease, Parkinson's syndrome, stroke, and other neurodegeneration diseases. Caffeine. Tea is the plant with the highest content of caffeine in nature. The content of caffeine in tea leaves is 2% to 4%. The highest is 5.5%. Caffeine is the most important bitter substance in tea soup. The main pharmacological effects of caffeine are to stimulate the central nervous system, improve the efficiency of thinking, diuresis, and so on. Minerals. Tea is rich in minerals, of which soluble minerals accounting for about 2% to 4% of the total dry matter, including trace elements such as zinc, selenium, and fluorine. Vitamins. Tea is rich in vitamins, accounting for 0.6% to 1% of dry matter. Vitamin C and vitamin E are natural antioxidants, which participate in complex metabolic processes such as oxidation reduction and play an important role in the prevention of a variety of human diseases. Tea also contains a variety of fat-soluble vitamins such as vitamin A and vitamin K. It is difficult to fully absorb fat-soluble vitamins by brewing tea with water. By eating tea, the loss of nutrients can be avoided. The content of vitamin B2 in tea is very high, about 5 times that of soybean. Through learning, we know tea leaves are full of healthy components. For example, tea polyphenols can scavenge free radicals, resist DNA damage of free radicals, resist radiation and ultraviolet rays, anti-inflammatory, antibacterial, hypoglycemic, antioxidant, anti-radiation, anti-cancer, anti-tumor, anti-AIDS, as well as enhancing immune capacity. Catechin polymers have the effects of antioxidant, anti-cancer, anti-inflammatory, prevention of cardiovascular disease, obesity, and metabolic syndrome, neurodegenerative diseases such as Parkinson's syndrome and Alzheimer's disease. Tea is good at relieving stress, promoting sleep, anti-anxiety, anti-depression, improving learning ability and memory, preventing Alzheimer's disease, Parkinson's syndrome, stroke, and other neurodegenerative diseases. The main pharmacological effects of caffeine are to stimulate the central nervous system, improve the efficiency of thinking, diuresis, and so on. Tea is also rich in minerals and vitamins, which are essential to human body.
After knowing so much goodness of tea, are you making a tea for yourself right now? Make a list of the components of tea and their efficiencies after class. So much for today's lesson. Thank you for listening. See you guys.